So what I want to talk about today in today's seminar is one, a little bit about the fundamentals of the mental game, and then two, what is something you could do right now to improve your mental game out on the golf course? And we're going to talk about a pre-shot routine here in a moment that gets you to play in a better state so you can play at a better level, right? So let's think about what that question is. What is the mental game? Probably many things are shooting through your head, or maybe nothing at all. But it's interesting because we know it's important. We may not train it, but how do we make that tangible? Well, I look at the mental game as fundamentals, just like the full swing, right? The full swing, we have the grip and the stance and the posture. Those are things we want to repeat over and over again to get a consistent result. Well, the mental game also has fundamentals. And so the first one I always work with is motivation. Why do you play this game in the first place? Because that key question, why, is going to really set the tone for, do you get up in the morning to go practice? How about if it was a bad day? Do you want to go the next day and go work on your game? And that motivation is going to help push you to step two, which is goal setting. What are the goals that you want for yourself out there playing golf? So motivation is your why statement. Do you play golf for the challenge? Do you play for competition? Do you play it to be with your buddies and social? Do you love being outside and the beautiful? There's a lot of reasons why we play this game. But I would always want to know why you play it as if you were my student, because then we can actually build goals around that why. Does that make sense? I mean, I want you to understand why you play this game in the first place. Then I want to know what you want to accomplish, and that's the goal setting. So quickly, goal setting is an outcome. What do you want to accomplish? This could be a scoring goal. It could be to get your handicap down to a single digit. It could be to win your club championship. There could be many outcome goals. Now, I've had some people who just say, Rick, I want to play 18 holes, and finishing the round, I want to actually have a smile on my face. I actually want to be happy that I played today. Now, that may not be the same kind of outcome goal that you may think about, but I think it's just as important. We certainly get obsessed with score. We get obsessed with our performance. However, do you also go out there to enjoy yourself? I know it can be a frustrating game, but let's look at our goals in both an outcome, but also how do we want to be on that golf course, right? So goal setting, again, outcome, but also now you want to have process goals, which is what can I do today to improve so I can reach those outcome goals, right? I mean, everybody wants to shoot lower scores, and then I ask them how, and they go, well, practice more. And I go, well, wait a second. You've been practicing, but you've been practicing the wrong things. How about we really look at your game realistically and say, hey, what do I need to improve upon? And when we start doing that, we start opening up ourselves to, one, using our time more wisely. And those process goals now lead into another mental game fundamental, which is practice. How are you actually practicing your game? It could be done inside, right? I could do stuff in front of a mirror. I could do different drills, and that could make me better. But are you doing the right drills? Are you working on the right things that are going to help you achieve those goals? I think golfers get a little lazy in their practice. I think they go out there with one intention. Okay, I'm going to work on that new takeaway that my teacher told me. And then 10 swings in, they're working on something completely different, right? They get distracted by, uh-oh, the ball's going to the right. I got to fix that now. Uh-oh, it went low. I got to fix that now. And they jump all around, and they don't have a true game plan, and they don't stick to that game plan during practice. So I'm not going to get too much into detail with practice, but I think it's important for one, you have a plan that's built on knowing what your strengths are, knowing what your weaknesses are, prioritizing those areas, right? Where are you going to get the most bang for your buck, right? I mean, if you only have an hour a week to practice, it doesn't make sense to just practice driver for that full hour. But if you're a poor putter, you may need to spend some time on the putting green, right? So look at yourself, see how you're going to get to that outcome goal by improving those process goals. What can I do today, next week to get better? And it could be doing exercises. It could be to get more range of motion. It could be to get club fit. Those are certainly important elements for you to get to your outcome goal. So we have a motivation of why you play golf. We have now some goals of what you want to accomplish. And now we are actually now going to apply it through practice, right? So far, those are three fundamentals of the mental game that anybody can do, right? You want to stay motivated, you want to have good goals, you want to have a plan, you want to go practice efficiently. Anybody can do that. Then there's one other element of the fundamentals that is not necessarily an on-course fundamental. I call it an off-course fundamental, which is preparation for an important event. Now, I get to work with a lot of competitive players on different tours and colleges, and a key element for us is to actually prepare them for an event, okay? Now, think about when you have that important event, maybe it's even just a Saturday game with your buddies that has a little extra money on the line, is that you want to be at your best for that round, certainly. Well, what would you do the week before, the night before, the morning of, is a way of your preparation. And again, I won't go into too much detail, but with competitive players, we talk about practice rounds, we talk about sleep patterns and nutrition, we talk about when you wake up in the morning, how early you need to get the golf course, what do you do on the range beforehand, wake up your body, wake up your mind to get you ready to play your best golf. So that's part of preparation, is to think back when you played your best golf. What was that best round of golf? What did you do before the round? It's probably not racing your car, get there 2 minutes before your tee time, get your shoes on, and go and run to the first tee. Probably not. You probably were more relaxed, probably in a good mood. You got to hit a couple balls, you got to putt a little bit, more in a relaxed state, weren't you? Well, that, again, is up to you of how you want to prepare for an event. So right now we've had motivation, goal setting, practice, and tournament preparation. And again, I know I didn't go into super detail on that, but I want you to understand that those are elements and fundamentals of the mental game.